This is 100 kilowatt AC coupling solar system, and this solar system is for the factory use. At the daytime, the power consumption is more, and at the nighttime, the power consumption is less. The city power is stable, just seldom will be power outage with diesel generator, but the budget is limited. They already installed 160 kilowatt solar panels with 275 kilowatt on-grid inverters. The factory want to use the solar power at night. They don't want to use the city power. So we give them 100 kilowatt inverter and with 430 kilowatt hour lithium batteries for the power supplying at night. This is the AC coupling solar system on and off grid 100 kilowatt inverter, 2 growth batteries, total capacity 430 kilowatt hour, and each growth 250 kilowatt hour, 256 pieces solar panels. Total capacity of the solar panel is 160 kilowatt with 2 units 75 kilowatt on-grid inverter. The customer already have the on-grid solar system. So the wiring from the solar panel to the inverter, this part, we don't need to have any change. We already considered this part when we design the solar system. Because if we need to change the wiring of the roof, we need to the worker to climb up the roof and remove the solar panels and make the cable connection again. It will be waste time and waste cost. If the connection is wrong, the whole solar system will be not work. So when we decide, we keep the original on-grid solar system. From the wiring from the solar panel to the inverter, we don't have any change. What we need to do at the last, we just need to change the wiring of the on-grid inverter in the electrical room. Before, the AC output of the on-grid inverter is connected to the city power. Now we change. First, we connect to the grid interface of the 100 kilowatt inverter. And second, we connect to the city power. This is connected to the important load, which part cannot be stopped. This is the batteries interface. Connect to the 430 kilowatt hour lithium batteries. The system working mode is the AC coupling. There are 3 working modes of this solar system. The first, at the daytime, the solar panel will generate power by the original 2 units. We don't need to change the roof. We don't need to change the wiring without additional risk. The power will come from the AC output of the on-grid inverter to the AC input of the on and off-grid inverter. And the 100 kilowatt inverter will distribute the power according to the factory load. The working mode is it. The solar system will supply the power to the factory load. And if the solar power generates more power, we'll charge the batteries. If the battery is fully charged, the excess electricity will send the power to the city grid. If the customer install the city, then we will not send the power to the city grid. The whole process is we use the power from the solar panel. At the daytime, if the solar power is not enough, the rest will get from the city power. And the solar with the city grid will work together, and the factory machine will not stop working. The whole process without the human manual. The working mode at night. At night, the 430 kilowatt hours lithium batteries will supply power to the battery load. If the battery runs off the power, it will automatically switch to the city grid. The whole process is automatically switched without the human manual. Part 3. The working mode when the power outage. This is an on and off grid inverter. When meet the power outage, it will use the power from the batteries and the power from solar. When the grid side is bad, there is no city power. The 100 kilowatt inverter will switch to the off-grid working mode in 0 seconds. When the city power is outage, the whole system will become a mini grid. The solar power will charge the batteries, and the batteries will supply the power to the important node. Though the city power is outage, the whole solar system will supply the stable power to you. This 100 kilowatt inverter and 430 kilowatt hour lithium battery. The solar system will arrive in Caribbean Sea on February, and our energy teams will go on site to make the installation. If your battery needs the solar system like that, contact Harry.